Hello, welcome to Mahipati Talks. Happy evening to everyone. As you know that because of this COVID situation, we have been delivering sessions so that will be more helpful for the people to make their life better. Schools stopped, colleges stopped, but learning has never been stopped. Learning is a never-ending process, and we are utilizing this time so that we are sharing the knowledge. Eminent resource persons like Chandrasekhar have been accepting to speak on this YouTube channel, Dr. Mahipati Srinivasalu. I'm happy and thankful for all the resource persons who have been delivering their sessions. Today, I feel proud and privileged to introduce today's guest, uh, who is none other than Chandrasekhar. To introduce BVNG Chandrasekhar, I feel that he is not only an eminent personality, but also he is one of my good friends. He is the CEO of Vision 2050. Services has over a decade work experience in the areas of IT, marketing, HR, research, consulting, coaching, mentoring, and training. He is an alumnus of prestigious Indian Institute of Management, Bangalore, and has rich experience across industries inculcating the IT, staffing, research, and educational industries. His education qualifications: PhD in marketing, MBA in marketing, finance, and HRM, MA economics, MA political science, MSc maths, MSc stats, MSc psychology. He has 10 plus research papers published in area of marketing and case study published in HBR, Harvard Business Review. He is the founder of the Institute of Vedic Sciences, Technology and Management, which is offering masters in Bhagavad Gita. He has got a lot of consulting assignments, and he is keenly interested in Gen Y and Z and Alpha. His organization Vision 2050 conducts various training programs for Gen Y and Z and Alpha students. He travels extensively across Telangana and conducts career counseling programs for government school children. His recent consulting assignments are founder of Indian Institute of Vedic Sciences, Technology and Management, founder of Vision 2050 Foundation, Vision 2050 Channel Education to All, founder of Sri Gayatri Veda Peetham, political consultant for MLA candidate handling campaigning end-to-end, marketing consultant for StatZone. It's an IT product-based company. Strategic consultant for Obtainer Solutions. It's an HR staffing company. Digital marketing consultant for home furnishing company. Recently conducted career counseling program to 500 plus students in Mancherial district, Telangana, over 10 government schools and working and collaborating each school with a company. His upcoming Vision 2050 online university. We are happy, glad Chandrasekhar for having accepted to deliver a session which is very important need of the hour, and philosophy in leadership. He is a leadership expert. So now I request BVNG Chandrasekhar to go ahead with this topic and philosophy in leadership. Thank you. We welcome you, sir. You can unmute your microphone and speak.
Yes, sir. So, good evening, all. Today, our topic is on ant philosophy. See, it is very simple, very tiny particle, and we can see in day-to-day lives everywhere. But it has got lots of personality-related philosophies which we can read and useful for leadership related, or it can be a personality development related, or we can also use in our day-to-day life or day-to-day activities. So first we'll go with whatever the concepts today we are going to uh, as per description related, what are the concepts we are going to discuss today on this area? One is like leadership related assessment. We will be doing it at the ending stage. First, we'll try to understand what is a leader. Then we'll go for a leadership related. Then we'll go for the leadership philosophy. Finally, we end with leadership and philosophy. So, what are the and philosophies are there, and how a leaders can follow those and related philosophies and to be successful in life. One minute, 1 minute. Right. So, ant related. Before going to the ant philosophy, let us understand the ant behavior or what is the ant personality. Ant personality, ants are basics, ants are strong, ants are social, and ants are segmented. It's simple like ants are basic. We can have almost 10,000 plus varieties of ants, species, small insects in this world. Next one comes to the ants are strong. How strong they are, you all know. They can lift a weight which is 100 times more heavier than a ant weight. Next one is ants are social. You can always see at your residences how ants are social. They communicate with each other, travel, and finally the food gathering will be done. So with that personality, it is ants are treated as more social. Ants are segmented. It is about their body parts, how many legs are there, what is the strength of those particular legs, and how they will use their particular body to gather the food related. Next one, we'll just move to the leader. As per understanding, a leader is a person. As I just, because we cannot have a interactive related, I just put some of the pictures to make you understand. First one is here you can see a person who is actually giving the direction. It is something like authoritative. You might be knowing a Hitler kind of guy or Mussolini kind of guy who just gives a direction to the people, and the whoever the followers are there, just they follow. So he's the guy who is into the autocratic related. He is actually the participative leadership related. You know that there will be leaders who will take the inputs from the people, discuss with their followers, and finally take some kind of decisions related. So it is a participative kind of thing. And next is a leader is a unique person who follows at the forefront and the followers, or it is something like servant leadership. There is also another concept is called, we have servant leadership. It is something like people will be following that particular guy, and here is a democratic way making giving guidance to the people, taking their inputs and see that everyone collectively do the business. Finally, this is another picture who is much more autocratic related. He just gives direction and you have to follow. Okay, so this picture makes you understand regarding what actually the basics leaders are there, what kinds of leaders are there, and how a leaders will be and how the followers will be. These are the basic definitions we have. A leader is the one. A leader is the one in the charge, the person who convinces other people to follow. The great leader inspires confidence in other people and moves them to the action. It's simple like a leader is a person who convinces other people who follows him. First point. Second one is great leaders will always inspire their followers. It's always we see in the various organizations how leaders will be. They take a stern action at the particular moment and see that they inspire other people to make them the followers to follow him. Next one, a leader is a person who influences a group of people towards the achievement of the goals. It's about the goals always when it comes to the leaders related, it is about achievements, it is about goals related, it is about targets related. People who are from marketing, they more speak, marketing leaders will speak more in terms of targets. Okay, when it comes to the innovators, they speak more in terms of the goals related. When academic people are there, academic leaders are there, they think more about the achievements related. What is the organizational achievement, how many papers we have done, where actually the organization moving. So every leader at every level, it is academic leader or political leader or it is a company business related leadership or a scientist kind of leadership, every leader has their own goals, achievements, targets to be achieved. They influence their people to see that they achieve that particular targets. Next is like a leader is one who goes first and leads by example. It's not just by example, but also motivate their followers. We have Gandhi. You can see one of the standing examples. We have Mahatma Gandhi, who leads people. That is, who stands for every moment. He is the first person who is standing. And next one is he motivate others to follow him. That is what is about a leadership related. So leader is not just a person who just leads some number of people, but he also motivates his followers to do the same kind of action. Next one is a leader is someone who can see how things can be improved and rallies people to move towards that better vision. Always leaders will have a vision. Take the various moments of our independence related itself, various leaders are there. It can be Nehru or it can be Mahatma Gandhi. We have Bhagat Singh, Chandrasekhar Azad, Subhash Chandra Bose. All these are the major leaders we have at the time of Indian independence. But see what are the steps or what are the visions they have. When we take an example of Mahatma Gandhi as a leader related, he has a vision. What is our vision is getting independence, first point. Second point is various ideas through which he traveled. Either it can be quit India movement or it can be salt satyagraha related or it can be boycotting some of the laws or not following the laws of the government. All these are the process to forward towards a particular vision. A leader can work towards making a vision into reality while putting people first. This is another kind of leadership where he has a vision, okay, and he put his people onto the front related. See, it is like technology. It can be a technology. It can be a people's related. Always they put the people up front and see the success can be happen. We can have lots of examples right now, like you take example of Reliance Industries or you take example of Tata related. They follow more from a people's perspective than their organizational related. First solve the people problems, later make the business. That is about a business leadership related. Finally, it is about just being able to motivate people isn't enough. Leaders need to be empathetic and connect with people to be successful. Always to be successful, empathetic with people, not just motivate. Always it is not like you motivate people and see that the work is going to be done, but it is always to connect yourself with the people, understand what are their problems or understand what are the solutions they are looking for, and finally go for your target. That is all about a basic leader. Next, we will see about a leadership related. It is a journey. Leader is leader, and what kind of leaders we have, and it is about a leadership related. Leadership is the accomplishment of a goal through the direction of human assistance. The man who successful marshals his human collaborators to achieve particular ends in a is a leader. A great leader is a one who can do so day after day and year after year in a wide variety of circumstances. It is always, see, always a journey. Right now, we can see many organizations are working. The example of COVID itself, how we are traveling, how the leaders are working across the globe. One leader is working on a mission like bring out some vaccination for the people. That is the only solution we have. So scientists, they are motivating the people and also motivating the scientists, and pharma industries collaborating with them, okay, globally, and see that how they are traveling day after day, months after months, week after week, so that the vaccination will come out and successfully save the life of the people. That is one perspective. Another is like, once again we go back to the Indian independence as a one of the example. Year of the year, day after day, they thought of new things, new concepts, how we need to achieve, negotiate with the existing government or the Britishers, and come out with new plans, new strategy, day after day, week after week, month after month, year after year, and finally bring out the Indian independence. That is the ultimate goal for a leadership related. So great leaders always work on day to days. Likewise, we have other things like in 1973, there was a target given for one of our scientists, Abdul Kalam. Then he worked out on that particular project. The project should end in 1980, and the satellite Rohini need to be out. But they worked for 6 years. Finally, it was not successful on that particular moment. But as a leader, he worked on day-to-day basis, weekly basis, monthly basis, year after year, and finally he could able to complete that particular project, which was not successful in that particular year, but it was able to successful in the next year, that is in 1980. 80 is required, 79 they launched, 79 it was not successful. Finally, they end up in 1980. The Rohini first PSLV satellite was on. So this is about the leadership related. Next, as we are discussing about the philosophy kind of thing, like what is the philosophies we have, and philosophy, we have other philosophies like birds has, from birds also we can have some of the philosophies, lion related leadership philosophies are there. So all these kinds of philosophies we can always use in our day-to-day activities and see that we can uh, get the exact results what actually we require. So we'll see about the leadership related philosophy. A leadership philosophy is essentially a belief system that guides your decision making. It consists of your core principles, perspectives, and values. See, leadership philosophy related, it is about a leader. You are a leader of the organization, first point. Second one is, what are your philosophies? Always your followers will see your philosophies. Something like your own personality traits. Okay, what are the qualities you have? And next one is your decision making capabilities. And what are your analytical skills related? What are your emotional skills related, emotional intelligence, IQ levels? All these things will be assessed by your followers before they are accepting you as a leader. Okay, so that is why always every individual who want to be a leader should have his own leadership philosophies. Leadership philosophies always makes others to understand what are your capabilities and how able you are to lead the team and see that team is successful. This is what about leadership philosophy. So always it is good, like you have to write your own leadership philosophies and see that you will be successful as a leader. Every organization, every area, you will work as a leader. Either it is a departmental wise, you are a marketing guy leading some people, then you are a manager or a leader. That makes the organization think about your skills related and see that you will be elevated to a leadership position. So after going through this leadership philosophy, these are the four principles where you have to understand. First one is about theory, your leadership theory. Leadership theory is about what kind of leader you are. Are you an autocratic leader? Are you a participative leadership? Do you have a transactional leadership skills? Are you a transformational leadership? Or are you a participative? Participative, democratic, autocratic, transactional, transformational leadership. All these leadership qualities can be easily understand either by you or by the people whoever are following you. So you have to understand your skills. Based on that you can follow whatever the paths are there. So based on you build your theories, then that will make your attitude and also that plays as a guiding principle. Finally, how you lead your projects, that is most important. So these are the four leadership skills you have. Right. So before going to the philosophies of and and as just four philosophies of leadership related, but those four philosophies actually plays a very important role. Before going to these kinds of leadership related, I'll just tell you one story, one or two stories regarding the leadership related. First story, both stories are related only to Abdul Kalam. In 1973, Satish Dhawan have came to APJ Abdul Kalam, the then ISRO director, came to Abdul Kalam and said like, you have a task for 6 to 7 years to bring out a PSLV satellite, which is called Rohini, and program will be started at 1973 and it will end somewhere in 1980, and you have to launch that particular satellite in the year of 1980. So they worked hard for 6 years. All are ready in 1979. By the time of 1979, Abdul Kalam, the director of that particular project, PSLV satellite, he said like he is ready and his team is ready with the satellite. Then everything was set, the date was fixed, and all media world is watching India for their first satellite to be on that day. Then suddenly there was a instructions from the computer given like there are some fuel related problems are there. So what kind of decision need to be taken? Then it is in the hands of Abdul Kalam either to stop the project or go ahead with the project. Then he discussed with 4 or 5 members of his team, took their uh, information what they have, and they are very positive like we can go ahead by just avoid the whatever the instructions given by the computer, we can move ahead and launch the satellite. The satellite was launched and it was a biggest failure. There was a press conference arranged in the evening. The Then director of ISRO, Satish Dhawan, went to press conference and said like it is a failure of our failure of mine, and the project will be successful in the next year. Then once again the project was given to Abdul Kalam, and in 1980 it was a big successful, and once again press conference was ready. Then the director of ISRO, Satish Dhawan, asked APJ Abdul Kalam to go and attend the press conference. This was one of the leadership lesson was given. Like when the failure happens, a leader takes on his shoulder. If success comes, then it will be given to the followers. That is one of the biggest leadership lesson that APJ Abdul Kalam learned, not through books but by experience. This is one of the story from Abdul Kalam, story one. And next story is about Abdul Kalam himself, about his actions related. One day, one of his scientists came to office, came to Abdul Kalam room at the 9 p.m. because the scientists were working very hard day and night on a particular satellite project. So he just asked a leave, early leave in the evening, something like he will be leaving by 5 or 6 p.m. because their children want him to be take to some park or some of the events related, because he was not available for many days. Then, yes, so as Abdul Kalam is very much pleased and very much happy, like someone is taking care of the children's related, he is very close to children's. So he said like, yes, permission is given. The scientist can leave at 6 o'clock, 5 o'clock or 6 o'clock. But somehow the scientist forgot on the day, because he was more involved into the work, and he could able to realize at the time of 9 or 10 p.m. in the night, said like, I forgot to take my children's home. They might be very sad. Thinking all these things, and he went to the home and asked where what the children are doing. They said like they went outside, and your they played something in the games, and they visited some of the parks, and they just slept half an hour back or so. Then how it happened? Then it was the person Abdul Kalam himself went on that day and said like, your father is very busy in building some of the uh, innovative things for the nation. So I will be guiding you for this particular evening, and I will take you to the park and wherever you want, and we will have the all the fun, but don't disturb your father. This is what the Abdul Kalam did for that particular child. Here the lesson is like, if it also happens in many organizations, if there is no proper work life balance in an employee's life, then always it is going to affect the next day. What happens if the same thing was not happened on that particular day? The next day what happens is very simple. The scientist will be very upset, and the productivity level of that particular day will be completely reduced. To see that the productivity level also will be happy, and also the employee of the organization will be happy. This is the step as a director of a reputed organization taken, and that made his employees believe on him. That is what I said previously about empathy related, connecting with people, connecting with your employees, connecting with your people. If it is a political leader, connect with your followers or connect with your people. If you are leading an organization, connect with your employees. If you are head of particular department, then connect with your peers and see that you get success, make their life happy, then the results also will be happy. Productivity levels increase in the organizations. Okay, with this note, I'll just go to the next level related and philosophy. First philosophy. So it's simple. You might be very clear. Everyone see ant at home. Okay. So when you see a particular ant, always people, small children will does these things. When an ant is traveling in a particular route, suddenly someone put his hand. Okay. So what happens at that particular moment? The ant will see for all the directions. Either it will climb onto your hand, whatever the device things you put, or it is your hand. If you are placing your hand in between the road of a ant traveling route, either it will climb on your hand or it will go to any of the directions, either it go to left or it go to right direction related. Finally it will see that it will reach its destination. So that actually gives you a standing example, like in spite of having many obstacles, a leader should never quit from his path. He is having a goal. A goal is something like he want to achieve something, but he is getting all the obstacles in between the road. But still, you have to find some or other way to reach that particular goal. There are many routes are there to be successful. There is no hard and fast rule like to reach something. Like I'm sitting at Hyderabad, at area of Dilshuk Nagar, and I need to reach Koti. There is not just only one direction which is available. Like I should travel only through Malkpet, Chadargarh, and finally reach Koti. There is also other routes are there. Might be it may take some 10 or 15 minutes or 10 or 3 or 4 kilometers extra, but there are other routes are there through Amberpet or other route. I can reach finally Koti. Okay. So always obstacles are there in life. It is not like there is some road is there and you can directly happily go and reach the target, because you don't know what are the obstacles are going to be. So same way it is about the personality development related also. We can see there are one or two examples I'll just give for this one. See, recently in 2018, I think 2018, there was some mistake happened from government of Telangana, okay, regarding some paper valuation or something. Because of that, suddenly there was some results were out, and some students could not able to find their numbers in that particular result. Then what happened? Almost like 100 students committed suicide. Is that anything big? What is their goal? See, either their goal can be either he need to become an engineer, or he need to go for a US related, or he might want to gain some fame, or he want to earn money. If he fails in intermediate, what will happen? Nothing will happen. He will write once again examination. Finally, what is his destiny by 30 or 35? He need to earn money or fame, or he want to go to abroad, or he want to settle down in some IT company and get married. Nothing more big than this. No one will have any particular targets. Okay. So for this particular, a 16-year or 17-year-old guy committing suicide is something like nuisance, nonsense. Okay. So it is very simple, like they have to learn from ants related. There are many paths are there. What is your goal? Finally, understand your goal, work on that, then definitely you are going to achieve. There are many areas are there, many paths are there. Even interfailed or college left out, Steve Jobs is the biggest example, ruled this particular world of technology, and now the Apple company is 1 2 trillion company. It is the only company who is having 2 trillion. Microsoft is also a same guy who left college related. There are many people are there who left college and made very successful. Even Ambani, you can take how much educated he is not a PhD graduate or something. He is successful in the life. It is not like you are failed in one exam, you need to do commit suicide or completely get depressed. There are many routes are there. First fix your goal and has a clear cut clarity where it has to go. It knows where the target is, and to reach the target, if any obstacle comes, how it has to reach that particular goal. It only focuses on that. There is another example in the same way. You might be know about the Pokhran, the first second nuclear blast happened, which was led by Abdul Kalam himself. Okay, so at that particular time, Pokhran related, world knows complete satellite technology was there. Okay, so it is very much clear, if you blast anything, if you carry any nuclear device, if you do any minor thing also, the biggest countries, so called we call like USA or Russia related, they easily know pinpointedly in which location what they actually are doing. So at that particular time, Abdul Kalam has taken up this particular project. They have to reach the Pokhran related. The target is some kilometers are there. They need to take all these devices and see that they need to reach the target, and to be test, that particular nuclear test need to be done. That is a simple target they have. They need to reach some 10 kilometers, for example, okay, without knowing to world, because all satellites are on. They can easily see what is actually happening in India on that particular venue, because Pokhran is famous for satellites related. Whatever the nuclear test need to be happen in India, Pokhran is the only place. So many satellites are there that can world can see. Almost satellites are there. So how they traveled? Every kilometer they used to travel, one sand wave comes. It is like if continuously something is moving, then easily satellite can target. But if it is like standalone position, if something like a static position was there, then satellites cannot target, because they don't know what is actually. If movement is there, they can easily trace out. So once a sand waves, what is the solution they have is, in Pokhran, they used to get sand waves used to come. Okay. So they have taken advantage of sand wave. With every sand wave, they used to travel some distance, and they used to settle down once again. Once again, a sand wave comes, they travel. Once again, sand wave comes, they travel. Finally, they reached their destiny and they tested. After testing only, world could able to know that India has tested a nuclear test. That's all. So it is like ants never quit. In the same way, our scientists did not quit because of the fear, like there is a satellite is available, so we cannot test. Without knowing world, we cannot test. So very simply, they could able to complete the target. They reached the target and it was tested. So this is one of the biggest lesson. Every leader, always leaders will have goals. Without goals, there will not be any leader. Okay, he will be a just manager who is managing some people. But when it comes to a leader related, a leader will have a goal. He will have a vision. Then based on the vision, his philosophy will be, or his leadership style will be followed. Next one is about the next philosophy we'll be discussing about ant philosophy. Ants think winter all summer. Okay, It is a simple thing to be understood. Ants always think winter all summer. Whenever it thinks throughout winter, whatever the summer related it is gathering, it will think only like there is a winter is there. Okay. So for that particular winter related, before coming winter, they have to set their foods ready. They have rainy season, they have winter season. These two seasons, they cannot get their food. It is almost like 3 months or 4 months or 5 months, it can be. So, all summer, it thinks only about the winter or rainy season, like they cannot get the food. Because of that, they gather whatever the food is required. They gather the food and keep it ready for themselves. Okay. It is in the same way. It is like we don't know when the obstacle comes. It is like suddenly, see, we have in a biggest crisis where we cannot move anywhere or where we cannot do anything. Many people lost their jobs. If you have reserve funds, chalo, if it is like you have 3 years, 4 years, 5 years time is there, then definitely when the crisis is complete and we come to regular day-to-day life, then we can start doing work. In the same way, ants also does. Ants, from ants we learn the same thing. Always keep some things reserved. It is like when there is an example about Flipkart. Yes, Flipkart, two of the employees were working with Amazon previously. They are the data scientists related or application developers. Then they had some amount of money with them and reserved time period, 3 or 4 years of time period for them, and they just started their business regarding Flipkart. So, because they have reserve money and also time target. In the same way, it also happened with Apple company's CEO, that is none other than Steve Jobs related. Jobs actually started Apple company. He was a founder. He launched Apple computers initially. That business could not happen. Someone has taken over the company, and because he is something like autocratic kind of leadership, he was out of the company. Then he learned cryptography because he is having such knowledge. Cryptography he learned, and also he was successfully launched gaming related theory, and also iTunes presently was there. It was the previous application was developed by Steve Jobs himself, that was very popular because he is having all these stocks available with him. Apple company once again bought those two products of Steve Jobs, and that's how Steve Jobs came into Apple company. And once again, he revolutionized the technology. We cannot imagine what is the revolutions he brought. It is like either in the area of the music related iPods or in the area of mobile phones, the iPhone, or internet related mixing iPhone and internet related, finally it is iPad related. All these are the most successful products which are launched by him. And next one is about ant thinks summer all winter. It is all about, it continuously thinks throughout the summer. It continuously only thinks about the winter related. Always it is like winter is there for itself. So to gather whatever the food it has to gather. Okay, so it gathered. Next, it is like in the winter related, when it is a winter season or when it is a rainy season related, always it thinks like there will be a summer day. It is like there will be a sun will be coming out. Once sun is out on a rainy day or it is on a winter day, the ant will come out. It will not sit at his den or at his home thinking like, chalo, it is a rainy season or it is a winter season, we should not come out of our homes. It stays when it rains or when it is too much of cold. But when a warm day comes, ants will come out. In the same way, leaders, when a crisis comes, leaders should not think like a crisis is going to live forever. Okay, for every crisis there is a end day will be there. Once the end day comes, any opportunity comes in those crises, a leader should jump and take the target and see that he should take the team and his followers to become much more successful. That is what the other lesson we learn from the ants. Last lesson, it is about all that you possibly can. It is like, see, either it is a summer or winter or something, ant gathers how much food they have to gather. It don't calculate like it always happens like we'll keep a target. Chalo, today's target is we have a monthly target. Sales team knows more about the targets related. This year, this year we need to do some 100 sales or 10,000 sales, or this particular month we need to do some 50 sales, 10 sales. So these sales targets will not work out for any of the business organization. Gather how much you can. There is always a target. You reach 100 people, 10 people might be your customers. Okay. In the same way, continuously, how many people you can reach, how many people you can reach, and see that how much work. If it is a organizational related, work related, how much what you have to, a leader should understand the productivity levels of your team. Each and every member's capacities, their capabilities, you have to understand. You need to have an assessment with you. Based on the assessment, gather how much work you can. It is not like every guy will have same kind of work is given and same capacity of work is given. If someone is able to do 100 tasks, multitasking related 100 tasks in a particular day, give him 100 tasks. Don't give him 10 tasks. If you give them 10, then he will completely become unproductive after 1 year or so. Okay. So based on the capabilities and capacities of a member, a leader should understand and see that you give the same level of targets to him. This is what is all about the philosophies. So finally, it is a never give up, look ahead, stay positive, do all you can. Never give up. Whatever the target you have, keep a target. Always, it is a good time where you fix your targets. It's a pandemic time and you cannot go out. You find most of the time. So always it is like take the inspiration of the people and fix a goals for everything. Even people nowadays, people are having after 60 or so, people are getting, even they are getting panic what to do after 60, because you're sending your children to abroad based on their careers or based on their career requirements. You will be completely, either they will be in other state or it will be other country. So after 60, what you need to do? Okay, you have a life, you don't know when it is going to end, which is not there in your hand. So always it is best like never give up. Even people nowadays have got a habituated, like I heard a story, some of two wife and husband, they went to US because their children called them. It was they stayed in USA for 6 months to 1 year or so. After that they committed suicide. Simple reason is they're getting bored. Okay. So with that I got understanding like, yes, after even previously, because of joint family system or so in India, people does not need any goals for themselves after 60 years because they can be with their children. But now the situation is different. You're not think like look ahead, stay positive. Okay, you might be a chances like you are not going to live with your children, and you maybe stay alone, or you might be living with your wife after 60 years. So it will be always best like after 60 what is your goals. Every 5 years write your goals. After 60, after my retirement, okay, what are my targets, what are my goals to be, and based on the goals you work on your all you can do all you can whatever in the coming years, and see that once you reach your 60s, where you might be your body might not support you physically or mentally related, also there will be a less intellectuality related, there will be less messages coming from your brain and to your body, actions might be slow. Keeping all these in view, what is the best thing you can do? You all decide and targets, write your goals, keep writing your goals every 5 years, review them, and finally, to be successful, stay positive always, always stay look at, never give up anything in between, finally do all you can. Thank you. I think yes. So any queries? Any queries you have?
It's open for the Q&A. If you have got any
Yeah.
queries, you can ask. I'm sure that no, Mr. Chandrasekhar has given a lot of inputs related to the leadership, and he spoke about the ANT philosophy. What are the 4 key factors which are very important? I can you
See,
stop
for
sharing
a
the screen,
ant
sir?
philosophy related, it can be taken in a one day session, it can be, or it can be a just 1 hour. But
Yeah,
philosophy stays, you never give up.
yes, yes. Can you stop sharing the screen, sir, so that people will be visible in the grid mode?
Yes,
Somebody is interested, they can.
yes, sir.
Now it's open for you. If you have any queries, you can ask.
Sir, I'm stopping this. Stop
Yes,
sharing.
yes, yes, yes.
Right.
Murli Manohar sir, Maipal sir, Gurucharan, Sunil Kumar sir, Chandrasekhar sir, Nageshwar sir. You can not only ask any query. If you don't have any query, you can share your learnings, or else you can share. If you want to add something also, you can add to that what Chandrasekhar has shared.
Yes, sir.
That's also fine.
Maipal, sir, you can on your mic, and if you have any specific leadership related.
What I understand is that no, it was so clear that you made it that 4 important points. Yeah, Maipal sir, would you like to speak? Unmute your microphone and speak, sir. Unmute your microphone and speak, sir. You need to unmute your microphone and speak.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good evening, sir.
It is a wonderful message, sir. Great philosophy. We never expected we get such a wonderful message from the ant. Actually, we know that the fly is Rajamouli cinema, Iga, Rajamouli Iga, but the ant created such a philosophy. Generally, we can learn from the nature more and more. The great philosophers and the poets and everyone get the inspiration from the nature. But one of the ant, how it gave the wonderful message by you. Thank you very much, sir. Everything, every example to the, it is a touch to our heart, and we have to think differently, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Sir, you are into academics or?
Sorry, the lecturer, sir. He works
Oh,
in a college,
oh,
great college. He's a psychologist lecturer.
okay, okay. So you might be meeting so many people. So that is all about leadership related. Once you have a team or a group, then if you follow these four principles, then anything can be achieved.
Yes. 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 Yes, sir.
Thank you, Chandrasekhar, sir. Thank you, Maipal, sir, for sharing your opinion, sharing your learnings. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
Murli Manohar, sir, Gurucharan, sir, Chandrasekhar, sir. We've got two Chandrasekhars here.
Yeah. Only, sir, would like to understand how a leader can control the actions of all their team members. Sir, that is what I said about the how you can control. Means it is not about controlling is a word which goes with the negative. First one is. Second one is you cannot control any member. Okay. So always a leader should make his members to work, because everyone, if Tendulkar is playing a cricket, he is not just playing for himself. If Dhoni is playing for a team related, he is not playing for himself. He is playing for a particular cause, like he is playing for India and want to win the match. In the same way, when it comes to a organizational related, you can only see that what are the capabilities. That is why you have to understand what is the capabilities of your team, what are the capacities of your team members. Every team member has, every human has a individual personality. Understand your team members personalities first thing. Understand your team members intellectuality, capabilities and capacity. Based on that, assign the job. Always it is like organizations promotions will happen only based on the capacities, not going by government promotions related. But when it comes to organizational growth related, it happens like the intellectuality, what are the roles, what are the independently they are taking, ownership related, leadership related, every member is taking. Based on that, the promotions happens in an organization. In the same way, understand your team capabilities. If you can understand your team's capability and capacities, you can make them achieve what you want very easily. Even you can make your, if you are into academics related, if you like your management scholar or something, you can easily make all your students to write you papers, and finally you can publish in a 1 year 50 papers easily. You can publish. Think, know about the capacities of your people, and easily you can manage them. Murli sir, you are available?
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you. As you rightly said, that no, it's all about the connectivity and how you make yourself, and also right persons for the right job, right skill set is also very important. It's all mutual consent, like uh, that's what the more important thing is that. Murli sir, you can unmute yourself and speak now.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. I understood the concept now. Thank you.
Yes sir.
Yeah.
Sir, you are into academics or?
No, sir. I'm into professional side, automobile service segment. I'm into.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
So it is always like you will be working more with level
People.
4 kind of
Yeah, yeah.
people.
Correct,
Okay.
correct. So that's
So
the
it
reason.
is always like, see, one of the biggest advantage you have with the level 4 level employees is they are more loyal.
Huh.
Okay.
That's true. That's
Just
true.
you need to connect with them. It is
Hmm.
always difficult to connect with those people, because empathy is one of the best word which is need to be useful with those people.
Right, right.
Take care of them, talk to them,
Hmm.
understand those people.
Hmm.
Once you are connected with them, they are the best loyal people you have than any other. Intellectuals cannot be loyal because they have their aspirations.
Correct,
It is
correct.
not about loyalty, but it is about their aspirations related. They cannot stay. But when it comes to other people, definitely they can follow your instructions as you said.
Right. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, before we propose vote of thanks, can anybody summarize those 4 things which Ant philosophy says? Chandrasekhar, Gurucharan, Maipal, Murli Manohar, sir.
The
Four
first
things to remember.
philosophy states the ants never quits from their responsibilities and their jobs.
Excellent, sir.
The
Never
second
quitting.
one, yes. The second one is always they think win-win situation. So always think about win for today and for tomorrow. So both they think always.
Very good.
Futuristic they will think about,
Futuristic.
and they always think about their entire life cycle, like for summer, with rainy season, winter season, all the cycles they'll think and they work together.
They think
And
about, no, their plan
though they have
ahead.
even though they have some reserved resources with them for the next future, even though in that situations also they work hard whenever there is an aspiration, and sorry, whenever there is an opportunity, they never miss the opportunities. This is what I understood from the third philosophy, sir. And the fourth philosophy is like they always think about the possibilities, like everything is achievable. That is what they think about.
Correct, correct.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
thank you so much. Gurucharan would like to speak. You can unmute your microphone and speak, Gurucharan. Unmute your microphone, Gurucharan.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Thank you very much, Chandrasekhar sir, for giving wonderful speech, message.
Thank you.
All the points are very valid. Leader, when anybody, as you told, most of the people talk about good qualities of leader and what a leader should be, how a leader should be, what they have to do. And they give more example from companies, software, or any successful person. But in real life, our country or any other country, politicians are leading the countries and they are in the limelight. You take any headline, any paper, TV, anything. They are leading. And if they are not following what are the qualities you told, then what is the solution? And it's a big topic, I know, sir. But this is what nobody is taking, any personality development trainer is taking any example of any politician, but they are the leaders. They are leading all the companies also. They are leading. Thank you very much, sir, for your session. This is what my doubt.
Would you like to respond, Chandrasekhar, sir?
Sir, it is always like when it comes to political environment, it is completely different. Okay, they need to manage too many things. It is not just like people's related. I'll just give you an example. A leader is there. He looked for people. Okay, he developed everything for those people. Then there comes another leader and he gives some offer. Okay, then people are always sensitive, like they don't understand development and they will go for other things. Okay, so that is the scenario of different states in India. Either it can be a Tamil Nadu related, or it can be Andhra Pradesh related, or Telangana related. Someone is there in the national politics also. If you go, it is only like, are we discussing about economic policies? Are we discussing anything regarding economic reforms? What are the reforms happening in India? Or whatever the developments are need to happen in India, such things are not happening. Even Finance Minister of India, not to, we are going live, but still, even Finance Minister of India, when 20 crore fund was released at the time of pandemic related, she took 5 days to explain what they are going to do, that 20 crores. 20,000 crores, 20 lakh crores or something, the amount related. So she took almost 5 days when she was there on live media, in front of media on TV channels. She was giving something, one mic to his assistant. He was telling something. Once again, she is taking the mic and delivering something. They completely took 5 days to explain what they are going to do. But after 5 days, also, no one is actually clear how much amount is going to get. Only the politicians understand because they get the proper document. Apart from that, nothing going to happen. It is like there was another stand was there. It is like a Hindu wave or something is happening. So that was a different kind of voting related. When
Yeah.
it comes to America related, it is only about localization. We are giving only jobs to America. That's all. That way Trump to win. Okay. So it happens. So political environment is completely different. Their leadership depends on the capitalism plus people, what they offer to people and what they offer to capitalists. If capitalists are satisfied, they give funds to for promotion of a leader. If they get funds, they distribute it to people and see that they buy some votes. Finally, they are winning the leader. So they are managing people. They are not leaders, but they are managing capitalists and people, voters. That's all.
Thank you very much for giving clarity that no, there's a lot of difference between leaders and political leaders.
Yeah, that is.
Thank you so much, Chandrasekhar sir, for giving clarity. I thank Guru Charan, Maipal sir, Chandrasekhar sir, and Murli Manohar sir for making your time. Once again, thank you, Chandrasekhar, for making us to understand what is ant philosophy. From ant, what we can learn, how we can make those 4 principles are which is very important. Being always stay positive, never give up attitude, go ahead and work. And the most important thing which I can say that is that whenever you try to achieve your goals through that philosophy, then I think you are going to be a wonderful person and going to be successful in your life. Through and what we can learn, how we can
Yes.
make our life is very important. As you've
Yes.
given simple examples now, how they preserve the food for the future, how they plan, how they go ahead, in spite of obstacles, how they go and reach their goal. Very
Yes.
wonderfully, simply, superb you explained, sir. Thank you so much, Chandrasekhar. Thank you very much. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow at 5:30 again. Now, please join for the 7 o'clock session. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot, sir. Thank you all.